Okay, so now we're on like March 29, 2026 on the Charles Perry um big old degenerate brotherhood of pedophiles and murderers. You're trying to kill my kid. We heard you talking about it. You've been trying to kill him for a long time. What did you think that was going to do? Make you get a name? Look at these names, David. Your murderer did that. Charles, your unwanted contact, did that. Making me broke, did that. Causing a problem for me, did that. Keeping me from my kid, did that. Why do you want to try to kill Dennis? What's that got to do with you? See, you gave him turpentine. You got him involved in trying to commit your crime, and he didn't do the crime like you wanted him to, right? Okay, this is what you people are. You're human traffickers. You're degenerate pedophile murderers. You're baby killers. You know how we know that? When you do the crime to me and my family, we find out stuff like that. I have help. Okay, remember in 2016, David? You're a murderer. You killed my dad, didn't you? With succinylcholine. You tried to, you jammed up his oxygen and caused a pulmonary embolism. And he didn't die. So you gave him succinylcholine several weeks later. Who was with him when he had the pulmonary embolism? Who was with him when he died? Did it stop us from getting information? It did not. What it did, it pissed us off. I don't even like my dad. We did not get along. Doesn't matter. He's my dad. You fuck with my family, whether I get along with him or not, you're gonna pay. Okay, this time is different. I told you guys in 2016, things are different this time. Life as you knew it just stopped. It doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. Things are about to change for you. You just started playing hardball, and you have done nothing but play pee-wee all your lives. I am not a teenage runaway you dug out of a ditch. I know some very, very powerful people. They called me in to help Mr. Perry get elected so that he's more accessible to undercovers than he would be as a nerdy little accountant in a back office doing math all day. Now he's out mingling with the public. He doesn't know who he talked to, what he said. No idea. Okay, so clearly an undercover can get right to him and David. David, you kill my kid, you're going to have some hell to pay. And we heard you talking about it again. We hear you talking about it every time you do it. You go after my family, you're going to pay. Right now you're paying with intel. We're going to use intel to put you in jail. Just like that, that's what we're doing. Okay? Didn't you call all over the place wanting to know who I work for to get me fired and to get them to back off? And nobody will help you with that. You don't have a name. Didn't one guy tell you guys I can't call somebody I don't know the name? Who is it you want me to call to get them to fire her and back off? See, when you take from me, we take from you. And then we find out information like that, and nobody will help you. Because you're horrified people. You degenerates. Okay, so you're murderers, you're rapists, you're pedophiles, you're necrophiles, you're human traffickers, you're rapists, you're murderers. You know how we know? You did it to me. You did it to my family. So the guy's like, they want me to get her fired, and they want me to get these people to back off and call who? Give me a name. Oh, you can't get a name because you did something to her son trying to kill him. You continue to torture him every day. You're keeping his mom from him. You made her broke. You're causing problems for her. You're trying to kill her. And nobody likes that. She's got people helping her. She always has the upper hand. And then your plan doesn't work. It just makes everybody mad. Your plan doesn't work. It just makes everybody mad. Your plan never works. It just makes everybody mad. And now my boss knows what you're trying to do because he heard you talking about it, and he told you, no, I'm not going to fire her. No, I'm not backing off. In fact, I'm going to ramp things up because you're a danger to her son. You keep talking about killing him. You're a danger to her. You keep talking about killing her. You keep talking about kidnapping her because she won't go with you. Okay, so you hand him turpentine in a bong, and you tell him it's weed. And we say he had a reaction to a drug you gave him at the time, not knowing what the drug was or the delivery. And then you run around going, she said he had an OD. He didn't have an OD. She had no right to say something like that. Well, I didn't say something like that. You did. Because that was the lie you wanted out, is that he had an OD. And we got in front of that. Because when you take from me, we take from you. You took something from me. You tried to take my kid. So we're going to take something from you, and we're going to ruin you with it. You have my word, I promise. Okay, David, that means you. Phil, Brody, Tony, Bencore, Rick, Richard, Dickey, Lucius, Calvin, Geppetto, all you people here, Blankenship, Desiree, we're going to ruin you with it. You. You messed with the wrong people. Gordy, you. Charles, you. You've not seen this before. No other victim has this. That means I'm not a victim, you're a job. That's what that means. So the guy's like, so then you change it to, well, it was an accident. No, it wasn't an accident, because you keep trying to kill him, and you were arguing about whether or not to call 911 or let him die, and we heard that. We got it. 9 million recordings of you guys planning some sort of crime. Now, another conversation about killing Dennis again. You take from me, I take from you. And it will ruin you. It's different this time. Remember, I told you it would be in 2016. I'll always have the upper hand. I always have. And then your plan doesn't work, it just pisses everybody off. Okay. Then you change it to, oh, he was sniffing paint. Nope. Now you've drastically changed your story 3 times. Several days after all of the initial injury on April 20th, 2025, Easter Sunday, about 2, 3 in the morning, then we found out it was turpentine in a bong. And you told him it was weed. And you knew it wasn't weed. You're murderers. So you can't get a name to get me fired or get them to back off. You made me broke. So you're not going to get a name to get me fired or make them back off. What day will they arrest you, David, for your murder? It didn't stop your leaks. Chief Miller didn't stop your leaks. CJ's husband, Gabe, didn't stop your leaks. What you've done to my son just pissed everybody off, so we have the upper hand. So somebody said, they keep calling me. Let me just back up. If you watch The West Wing, those people talk very fast because everybody's busy and in a hurry. So they got to talk fast. And they say it one time. Okay, this is the grown-up table. You're at the kiddie table, sitting there in your diaper and your passy. And the guy's like, if he cannot understand that she has the upper hand, and when they do the crime to her, they get caught, and she gets the information before so that she can prove malicious aforethought, mens rea, criminal intent, to the act. In premeditation, you planned the act, actus reus. Now they got that. Okay. Then she knows what to do. So your plan just pisses everybody off and it doesn't work. And it's been that way 15 years. So if you can't figure that out, cause, effect, same, different, before and after. It's different than the other victims because she's not a victim, you're the job. It's different, but it's the same every time you do it to her. It's been that way 15 years. If they can't figure out easy concepts like that, they need to go back to the little kiddie table and put their diapers on and then get their passies out, because this is the adult table. We talk fast, we say it once. That's all there is to it. So if they can't figure out what they're doing isn't working even for them, you don't want sensitive information getting to the wrong hands. This is what somebody, the guy said in 2023. What kind of man humiliates himself like that to no avail and to his own detriment for this long and this much money? That's not a man. They made themselves weak doing this. That is why I don't do business with sex perverts. Because at the risk of everything and the cost of all, they got to scratch that itch. And there is no place for that in business. I'm a businessman. I look at valuations. And every time you guys get information, your valuation goes way up and theirs goes way down. And they're just giving it to you left and right like it's nothing. And for my organization, if one person being broken, bothered, or having problems and loss causes sensitive information to get to the wrong hands, and now we got a vulnerability and a big old risk, I'll make sure that doesn't happen twice. And here they've done it every day, all day long for what, 10, 15 years now? You can take that over easy. You can take it over. And then pay her bill. So, when you call all around, and you want, the guy said, she's not going to get fired. I think you just made him mad. All these years you're doing the same thing, you're getting the same results. What kind of stupid does that? And if these people can't understand a simple concept like same and different, before and after, cause and effect, she has the upper hand, she always has. Then she knows what to do. And then your plan doesn't work, everybody's just mad. You're just pissing her people off. And nobody's going to give you a name if you're pissing them off. And when you go at her son, that's top of the list of things, inflaming things for you. It's inflaming your situation. Dum-dum. If you can't get that, go back to your little kiddie table and put your diaper back on and get your passy out. Because this is the adult table that can figure stuff like that out. You don't get to sit here. Get out. Okay, you're not getting our help. You're not getting information. You can't even get a name for somebody to call because you do stuff like that that horrifies people. You degenerate, murdering, rapist, pedophile. Okay, so as long as you're continuing to do the same thing and expecting the same results, we have nothing to do with you because we're not going to associate with you. We're not going down in your hole with you. It's not going to happen. Maybe if I had a name, I could lessen the blow. Here's the thing. This is about a whole lot more than just hurting our kid. A whole lot more. And you're putting a lot of things and a lot of people at risk because you want to do the same thing that got the same results that didn't work. It just pissed people off. When she said 6 years ago, you give it back and you get out today. Or we'll get more and we'll do it for you. I don't think they were kidding, and I think this is about to blow. And if you would stop doing the same thing that doesn't work, give it back and get out so I can get a name. Maybe I can lessen the blow. Maybe. That's a big maybe, but I can't know that if I don't even have a name to call somebody. They're not going to help you if you're pissing them off. When you do things to her and her kids and her family, it's pissing them off. If you can't understand that, go back to your little daycare and get away from the adults who talk fast and say it once. And can grasp concepts like when you do it to her, you get caught. When you do it to her, you get caught. She always has the upper hand. She always has. So, look, we got another name because Mr. Perry can't understand what you say. What it means that we have all this. After we said in March 2020, my boss said, I said, my privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You don't contact me or my family at all. I am not to be broke. You give back what you took. You owe me $3,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home for your entertainment and for profit. Get the fuck out. Don't cause problems and loss for me. Don't make me repeat myself. Or it will cost you. You're going to pay a lot of money to get me names. And you can't get even one in 15 years. We got these names after that. After that, we got these names. Because you thought you had a choice and you thought wrong. You did not. You have a congressman that says, I'm looking at all her emails. I'm looking at all the stuff you have here. Sensitive information you don't really want getting in the wrong hands. And when you said that, I'm not sure how any intelligent person could come to the conclusion they have a choice. You took my college, we took information and details on your compounds. If you take from me, we take from you. You cause a loss for me, we cause a loss for you. We cause problems for me, we cause problems for you. And nobody will help you. And more people just want to distance themselves from you, same as they did Roger Ailes once they found out there was recordings, and once they did Jeff Epstein. People sitting in a congressional hearing trying to explain why the hell they were at his place eating lunch or whatever, and what their association was with him and what they knew and didn't know. You think you're any different? Do you really think that? You're in delusion. So we've told you 2 or 3 things here that we kept our word. In 2016, this is hardball and you're used to Pee-wee. I am not a teenage runaway you dug out of a ditch. I know some very powerful people, and you didn't know that they sent me to Lubbock to get you elected so they have access to you. And that was supposed to be the end of my job. You made it weird. You dug a hole. You're in it. Nobody wants to get down in there with you. It's about a whole lot more than just me. And you know, and you should know that. Okay, so we said this is hardball. You're going to get bruised up. This is rope-a-dope. We're going to let you punch yourselves out. And then they're going to come in and they're going to land the final blow and you go down and you will not get up. You will not get up again. You have our word, we promise. After that, we already had at that point, we had the McNamara email and the Fabian puzzle already. So at that point, you should know something was different. We told you life as you know it is over. You're going to see things you've never seen before. You're going to have situations you haven't had before. You're going to pay in ways you haven't had to before. I have the upper hand. I have for 15 years. Once it's out, it's out. Once we have it, we have it. We only need it once. So when you guys repeat yourselves, that's just icing on the cake, is it not? Your plan didn't work. You just pissed everybody off. And then we said, in March 2020, don't invade my privacy. Don't contact me or my family. I'm not to be broke. and have problems and loss because of you, and I better not have to repeat myself. Or you're going to pay. We're going to get more intel, and we're going to do it for you. We're going to stop you. People want you stopped. A lot of powerful people want you stopped. Your entitlement mentality and your arrogance and your victim, playing the victim, it's a turn off. It's a very, very big turn off. People want that over. You're gone. You and your bullying and your harassment, and everybody owes me something, and they just don't know who we are. Well, you don't know who we are. Nobody will help you with that, will they? Because you horrify people. So we said, you're going to call, you're going to ask for a name, and until you give it back and get out, you're going to get nothing but the runaround. And you have. You don't know who's lying to you and who's telling you the truth when everybody goes, I don't know. I've never heard about this. I don't know. Who's lying and who's telling you the truth? You won't know until it's too damn late. You have my word, I promise. My boss knows you were trying to call to get me fired and to back him off, and he said no. It's a hard no. Here's what I told you to do. Give it back and get out, or I'm going to get more and do it for you. Just like that. You have my word, I promise. So, since you know everything, you tell us what day that will be and what that will look like. So I guess one guy said, what we told him to do is you have, in November 2025, you are inflaming things is all you're doing. You are pissing the wrong people off is all you're doing. It's not working for you, or you wouldn't be calling me, asking for my help. So I'm going to tell you, stop doing what's not working even for you. You're a risk now. Now you're just a risk because you keep getting caught. You get caught when you do it to her, and this is about a whole lot more than just her. Because you're inflaming people who are after you. You do it to her, it pisses them off. I can imagine, as a parent, the top of the list of things pissing them off is what you're doing to her kid and keeping her from her kid and taking her money, making them broke and terrorizing and torturing. So, give it back and get out. And get her to her son and leave them alone. Let's try that for 2 weeks and see how that goes. And maybe I can get her people calm down enough to at least get in touch with me, and I'll have a name. And they said no. Then they called back in March, and they still want my help. Can't you call and get him backed off? Who do I call? Give me a name. You still don't have a name. And here's the thing. What you've done for 15 years isn't working. Even for you. All you're doing is pissing them off, and your plan never works. So, try something different. Give it back and get out. Leave her alone for 2 weeks. Can he not leave her alone for 2 weeks? Can he not control himself for even 2 weeks? See, maybe I can get a name because they're quoting my people. And for my own sake, I want to know who this is. And if not, I'm going to distance myself from them. And maybe I'll get a name because I distance myself from them. And maybe they'll at least help me. Because this is about a whole lot more than just her. It's a whole lot more than that. If they're too stupid to go ahead and do what I told them to do, and they keep calling me for help, I'm not going to help them. They can figure it out themselves. If they know everything and their way was working, why are they calling me? They're wasting my time. This is the big point. This is a big people table. This is adult table. Get out. Go away. And go back to your little pee-wee daycare sandbox. If you can't figure out she's got the upper hand, she always has, she always will. So your plan doesn't work, it's just pissing them off. And that's why nobody will give you a name. Because of what you're doing to her kid, because you're keeping it from her kid, because you made her broke, because you caused problems and loss for her, nobody will give you even a name. And we can't even see if we can get him to lessen the blow. Because there's about to be a blow. You're antagonizing, you're inflaming. You're throwing gasoline on an inferno. And you got everybody pissed off at you. Anybody who matters is mad. You need to think about how the people see you, not how you see you. Because it's different this time. Remember, I told you it would be. I said not this time. Remember? Now you're seeing things you haven't seen before. He said, if we can get her people to calm down because you stop inflaming things, doing what you're doing and what you've been doing for 15 years, they got her information you didn't want her to have, sensitive information got to the wrong hands. No one can help you. Nobody can. because we don't even have a name of somebody to call. If you'll back off and leave her alone, get out of her privacy, quit contacting her, give it back and get out like they told you to do, then maybe they'll calm down and I can at least get a name. But nobody's going to help you if they're pissed off, because you're causing problems. You're murdering her people. You're murdering her family. You're hurting her kids. They're going to land on you with both feet like a ton of bricks every time you do something to that kid. They have. You don't have a name. She does. We got Phil after that. We got Brody after that. We got Gordy after that. Now we got Tony, Bob, Brian. Yesterday, I'm about to go to the store. We're watching her in the privacy of her home against her will. We can see she's about to go to the store. We see she ran out of XYZ. So when she buys XYZ, she usually goes to, ABC store. So we'll just have a guy waiting there and see if she recognizes him and strikes up a conversation. I don't know how many times you've done that so far. I haven't seen anybody that I recognize, but I'm not going to acknowledge they exist. Never have, never will. Okay? So your plan didn't work, did it? But how would you know where I was going to be and when I was going to be there? Same thing with the gym. You never shut up about the gym. If she goes and tans, get her driver's license from her. Can't you steal a driver's license from her? Maybe we need to hire a pickpocket to get a driver's license from her. You never shut up about it. You never shut up. You're flaming things. When you flame things, we find out. Nobody will help you nobody will help you put a stop to it, right? Nobody will help you butt in and interfere. Every time you sit there and you go, we can't let her live here. We got to. Every time you make me move, things get worse for you, not better. That will always be the case. Count on it. Take it to Vegas and bet on it. That's what happens. Because you're butting into something. It's just none of your business. It's not up to you. It's up to us. We decide where I live. So if you do something to cause a problem and I have to move, I promise you, you're going to piss my guys off. They'll go apeshit on you. You mess with my kids, they're going to go apeshit on you, and we'll get more. Okay, you paid $10 million that you didn't get because you didn't get your cover up. You didn't get me fired. You didn't get information. That was for Dennis because of what you're doing to him. All right? You want to get your succinylcholine out, David? And go murder a kid, 25 years old? Is that what you're talking about doing? Like you did my dad, who was dying anyway? Little old man dying anyway. Okay, Charles, nobody's going to tell you, nobody's going to help you because you do stuff like that. That's why nobody will help you, because you do horrific things like that are unimaginable. And as many people as you have murdered, thinking that was a leak, you've been wrong. We get the information either way. Nobody's going to help you. Sometimes they get information, Charles, from right inside. We're not quoting my kids, we're quoting you. Are you so retarded you can't tell who we're not quoting? Okay, maybe you don't know who we are quoting, but you sure as shit ought to be smart enough. This is why they don't let you sit at the adult table. Go back to your little daycare sandbox and put your diaper back on and get your passy out, because you can't keep up with the grown-ups if you can't figure out who we're not quoting. Okay? So you killed Gabe, you killed Lucky, you tried to kill my kid, you killed my dad, thinking that was a leak and you were wrong. Okay? No one's going to help you. No one. They haven't, and they will not. All the money you flashed around did not get you anything, did it? $9 million to your none. $9 million of your phone calls and your meetings recorded. We have it. Once we have it, we have it. Once it's out, it's out. To your nothing. 111 names now to your none. None. You have not one. And 27 of your code words. Those are code words that you use to describe acts of coercion and intimidation to facilitate delivery of a human trafficking victim. So, this is what is the actual results of what you do all day. When you sit there and bullshit yourselves and daydream, we're actually working, getting information we can use in a courtroom to put your asses in jail. So you can't murder anymore, and you can't rape anymore, and you can't rob anymore, and you won't hurt anybody ever again. And that's all there is to it. Now, when you make phone calls, Mr. Perry, and you're talking to people who talk fast because they have a busy life, they got their own problems, and they don't want to hear yours. This is about a whole lot more than just her. Every contact gets me more. Every problem gets me more. Every loss gets me more. You take something from me, we take something from you. You took college, we took your compounds. And it's been that way 15 years. And you're talking to people who talk really fast because they're busy. Did they, people don't have time to slow down for you and get their finger paints out for you. They don't have it. They're busy. Your problems are your problems. They have their own. They don't want to hear yours. And they don't want to be bothered with yours. You take something from me. We take something from you. You contact me. I get more. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear from you. No one's going to help you. I'm not going to help you. I'm going to ruin you. You have my word, I promise. I told you that in 2016. You just stepped in it. It's different this time. You're about to see things you haven't seen before. We're going to ruin you. You destroy, we destroy. You got in my privacy, they got in your privacy. You take something from me, we take something from you. It's right back at you on this one. You reap what you sow. God is not mocked. You're going to reap what you sow. You always have. Okay? If you're too stupid, and people have to take time to repeat things for you, they don't want you sitting at the grown-up table anymore, where we say it once and we talk fast. Go get in your little go back to your daycare. Leave everybody alone.